So good evening all of you. So today in Angular 8 demo session 3 we are going to discuss the following topics. Okay, so what is Angular? What is three-tier architecture or model for developing web applications? And what is TypeScript? What are Angular building blocks? So we are going to discuss all these things today in the demo session 3. And today will be the last demo session. From tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start with TypeScript. So TypeScript will take 1 week to 10 sessions. And after that, I'm going to start with Angular 8. Is that okay, all of you? Right. So first of all, let us understand something about the sessions today. Okay. So our Angular sessions will be total 50 plus sessions. Right. It will be total 50 plus sessions. And first 1 week to 10 days. Okay. I'm going to take free TypeScript for all of you. So TypeScript, I'm providing it from my side. Okay. And we are going to discuss TypeScript for the first 1 week to 10 days. And daily timings will be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. It will be 1 hour. And every session will be recorded. Recordeds will be provided to the students every day. And session notes and material will also be provided every day. So I'm going to share recording videos, notes, material, everything on daily basis through Google Drive account. So this is my Google Drive account, srikan.sai.online@gmail.com. Is that okay, all of you? So all the sessions, including the videos, notes, material will be recorded, and this will be provided to the students on the daily basis. So nothing to worry about that. If you miss any session also, you will be having a reference of videos, notes or material. Okay, all of you. And my Gmail ID is srikan.sai.online@gmail.com. Right. And from the next session, I'm going to start with TypeScript. So if you have any queries related to the fees, concession, whatever it is, links related to the Angular online sessions, you have to contact the Durgasoft online team. Is it okay, all of you? Right, so let's start the session for today. So today in Angular JS, we are going to discuss what is Angular, what is three-tier architecture or model, what is TypeScript, Angular building blocks. So let us start what is Angular. So first of all, Angular is nothing but a client-side TypeScript framework for developing dynamic web applications. It is a TypeScript framework for developing dynamic web applications. Okay. Now, what is web? Web is nothing but internet. App is nothing but application. So technically these applications are called as web applications, and commercially we call them as websites. For example, www.gmail.com, www.facebook.com or www.yahoo.com. So if you want to develop a dynamic web application, then we have to go for Angular. And Angular is a TypeScript framework for developing dynamic web applications. Now, what is this dynamic web applications? Okay. So dynamic web applications means data or information in a website changes with respect to three parameters. Okay. Data or information in a website changes with respect to three parameters. One, time to time, location to location, and user to user. For example, if you take a Google News website, okay, in that news will be updated from time to time. So this is dynamic data or information which is provided to the users. Similarly, if you take a weather reporting application, Google weather reporting application, in that weather reporting will be changing from time to time. So this is dynamic application with respect to location of the user. And similarly, if you take user to user, so Gmail, if I log in with my account, I'll be getting my mails, my inboxes, my sent items. If you log in with your ID, then you will be getting your inbox, emails, sent items. Similarly, Facebook also. For different users, you will have different friends, different posts, different comments, different likes, etc. So dynamic web applications are those web applications in which data or information changes with respect to time, with respect to location, and with respect to the user. So these applications are called as dynamic web applications. Okay, right, guys, is my voice audible for all of you? Yes, guys, is my voice audible for all of you? Just ping me on the chat window. Right. Once check if anybody is not audible. Try to restart your application. It will be audible. Is it okay, all of you? Right. So now, using Angular, we can develop dynamic web applications. Okay. So web applications means website. Dynamic means information or data changes with respect to time, location, and users. Now, whenever you want to develop any web application, we use three-tier architecture or three-tier model. In three-tier architecture, you'll be having client, server, and database. Okay, so we'll try to understand what is this client, what is this server, and what is this database. Okay, so we have a small diagram to understand what is this three-tier architecture. Now, if you see this diagram, in this diagram, we can see client. So client is nothing but the browser. So client is nothing but the browser. So client will open the browser. So client will make a request to the server www.facebook.com, gmail.com. So server. So server is a machine which will be running on a server software using server side technologies like Java, .NET, PHP, Python. Okay. So server will accept your request, process your request, and gives the response back to the client. And this server, if it wants any dynamic data, okay, if the server wants any dynamic data, it is going to get the data from the backend known as database. Okay, and the commonly used databases are Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, etc. So the information which changes with respect to time, with respect to location, with respect to user, okay, such information we are going to get it from database to the server. Okay, and in the server side we are going to process the data using Java, .NET, PHP, and Python. And finally, that processed data is sent back to the client as response. Is sent back to the client as response. So in the browser, we use UI technologies. Okay. In the browser, we use UI technology to display the response back to the client or user. And such UI technologies which are commonly used as a standard are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and now we are going to use Angular with TypeScript. Okay. Right. So this is what is three-tier architecture. So in this three-tier architecture, tier 1 is known as presentation layer or front end. Tier 2 is known as middleware layer or business logic layer. And finally, tier 3, it is known as data storage layer or backend. So to develop any web application, we use three-tier architecture: client, server, database. So in the client, we are going to use the UI technologies. And in this UI technologies, we are going to use Angular with TypeScript. Okay. So this is what is Angular web application development using three-tier architecture or model. So basically, when we discuss about HTML in a web page, so HTML is mainly used how to display the data in a web page. And next, if we use CSS, the main purpose of CSS is it is used to make your HTML data more stylish and more interactive. And finally, JavaScript. So JavaScript is used to make programming in a web page. Okay, so HTML is used to display the data. CSS, it is used to make your HTML data stylish, and JavaScript. So JavaScript, it is used to make programming in web page simple and easy. So HTML, CSS plus JavaScript makes your HTML web pages. And nowadays, instead of JavaScript, we use TypeScript. Okay, and this TypeScript we are using in Angular for developing dynamic web applications. Okay, so this is three-tier architecture or model of developing dynamic web applications. Now let us understand what is this TypeScript when compared to the JavaScript. So now TypeScript is nothing but superscript of JavaScript. Okay, so TypeScript is nothing but superscript of JavaScript, right? So what do you mean by this superscript? So in TypeScript, we can do programming with many features when compared to JavaScript. Okay, and this TypeScript is developed by Microsoft. And this TypeScript is a strictly typed language, and it supports data types, it supports classes, it supports interfaces, it supports inheritance, it supports modules, and it also supports lambda functions or anonymous functions. And what is the advantage of TypeScript? So TypeScript is more programming capability in a HTML web page. Okay, so TypeScript is more programming capability in a web page. Okay, now one important point here, note. Okay, every browser, okay, like we have Google Chrome, we have Mozilla Firefox, we have Opera, or we have Safari. Okay, so all these browsers supports, okay, so browsers supports only HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So till today, all the browsers which are available in the market, they support only three technologies: one, HTML, two, CSS, and three, JavaScript directly. Now, how to make browser understand TypeScript? So TypeScript in browser. Okay, so how to make a browser understand TypeScript? Now for this we have one process known as transpilation. So transpilation means it will convert TypeScript into JavaScript. Okay, so before your TypeScript is executed in a browser for programming capability, so there is a process known as transpilation. So transpilation will convert your TypeScript into JavaScript. So everything in TypeScript can be represented in JavaScript. Okay, so it will be represented in the JavaScript format only. For example, if you write a class in TypeScript, or if you write an interface in TypeScript, it is represented in JavaScript format, and this JavaScript is executed in the browser along with HTML and CSS. So this is what is about transpilation, converting TypeScript into JavaScript. So every Angular application which is written in TypeScript is converted into JavaScript, and then it is executed in the browser as a view, as a response to the client. Okay, so this is what is all about TypeScript. So TypeScript is superset of JavaScript. It is developed by Microsoft, and it is a strictly typed language. So typed language means TypeScript supports data types, classes, interfaces, inheritances, modules, lambda functions, etc. So which means that the main advantage of TypeScript is more programming capability in a HTML web page. So whatever we can do with JavaScript, we can do more than that using TypeScript. And that is a reason why Angular is becoming very popular in the market. And because of Angular, the other server side technologies like PHP and Node.js, they are also a little bit low in the market because of Angular only. Is it okay, all of you? So that is what is the power of Angular. Okay, that is the power of Angular when compared to other scripting languages which are written in JavaScript. So there are many scripting languages which are written in JavaScript, like we have AngularJS, we have Node.js, okay, we have React.js, Vue.js, and all these things. Okay, so all these things, okay, have JavaScript capability, whereas Angular with TypeScript has more capabilities like data types, classes, interfaces, inheritance, modules, lambda functions, etc. So more capability in developing a web page, dynamic web applications. So simple coding, less coding, more functions and features. Okay, so we can give the TypeScript advantage something like this. Okay, less coding. Okay, we can give it as something like less coding with more functionality in web page. So this is what is advantage of TypeScript when compared to JavaScript. Okay, right. So next we'll understand what are the building blocks of Angular application. So Angular application, the main building block is component. In Angular application or a web page with which is developed in Angular application, we represent everything in the form of components only. We represent everything in the form of components only. Okay, right. And next thing, in Angular we use modules. Modules means grouping of related coding into a single unit. Templates. So templates is nothing but views. Okay. So template is nothing but views. So views means we are going to use HTML and CSS. And next, decorators. So decorators means they provide extra information to Angular framework. Okay. So decorators provide extra information to Angular framework. And finally, services. So services means reusable coding in Angular web page or Angular coding, right? Fine. So these are the main building blocks of Angular. First one, components; two, modules; three, templates; four, decorators; five, services. Is that okay, all of you? Now we'll understand how to build an Angular application using components. Now for this we have a small diagram. Okay. Right. For example, if you think this is the HTML web page, in this HTML web page, you have the header section. Okay. Next, we have the left section. We have the main section on the right. And then we have footer section. Now, each section in a web page is nothing but a component. Okay. So according to the user, we have here four different sections. One, header section; two, left section; three, main section; four, footer section. But internally the coding for each section is done through components. So components are building blocks of our HTML web page. So it is something like this here. Okay. So header is a component. Header section is a component. Left section is a component. Main section is a component. Footer is a component. And every component will have a view. And this view is nothing but HTML and CSS. So you'll be having a header view. You'll be having a left section view, you'll be having a main section view, you'll be having a footer section view, and each view is represented in HTML or CSS. And all these components will be under one root component. Okay, so all these components will be under root component. And next thing, for all these components, we are going to use different services. Okay, so we'll be using some services in the header component, left section component, main section component, and footer component. So services are nothing but reusable coding in a web page. Okay, and these components we are going to represent as classes. These components we are going to represent it as classes in our AngularJS coding. Okay, so what is this class? Class is a collection of data members and methods, or class is a collection of variables and functions. So every component internally is nothing but a class, and every component has a view, and this view is nothing but HTML or CSS, and different components uses different services to make the view more interactive to the user. So this is called as component based development using Angular, and this is a future of Angular. So component based develop has more scope in the market for developing dynamic web applications. Is that fine, all of you? So everything in a web page, we are going to represent it as components. Header component, left section component, main component, and footer component. So this is what is the future of web application development. And Angular has introduced this component based web application development. So component based web application development advantages is parallel development is possible. So one person will be working on the header section, another person will be working on the main section, another person will be working on the left section, and another person will be working on the footer section. So we can do multiple development, multiple parallel development by multiple users, and we can also develop a particular website or a web application very quick and fast. So this is one more advantage of building blocks, building a dynamic web application using components. And components are nothing but classes, and classes contains variables and functions, right? So next, and coming to the end of this session, okay, this demo session 3, the main prerequisites of Angular. The prerequisites of Angular is 1. HTML hypertext markup language, 2. CSS cascading style sheets, and 3. JavaScript or TypeScript. So I'm going to provide you TypeScript for 1 week to 10 days, and I'm going to start TypeScript from the next session tomorrow. Is that okay, fine, all of you? So these are the 3 prerequisites of Angular: 1. HTML, 2. CSS, 3. JavaScript or TypeScript. So that is what is all about today's demo session, guys. Okay, right. So once again, before concluding this session, demo session, total sessions will be 50 plus session, and first 1 week 10 days, okay, I'm going to discuss free TypeScript from my side. Daily 1 hour, the class will start at 8 p.m. Every session will be recorded, and these recordings along with notes or material including the diagrams will be provided to the students through my Google Drive account, and my Google Drive account is srikan.sai.online@gmail.com. Is it okay, all of you? So this is what is about demo session 3. Okay, so if you have any queries, okay, you can just post me that in the chat window, all of you. So thank you for listening to this demo session, all of you, and you can just put your queries, okay, on the chat window one by one, all of you. Yes, absolutely. Instead of CSS, you can also use Bootstrap CSS. It is possible, right? Is it okay, Saurav? We can use Bootstrap CSS also. Next, Ankit Tiwari, JavaScript also has different versions. Yes, absolutely. JavaScript is also having different versions. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I told you transpilation is going to happen. Why TypeScript? Because in TypeScript we have classes, objects, interfaces, we have object oriented programming. Is that okay? Anish Singh, right? Is that okay, Anish Singh? In TypeScript we have object oriented programming features. And you can understand what is the difference between object oriented programming and procedure oriented programming. So using object-oriented programming, we can do reusability of coding to high extents. See, transpilation will be done on the server side only, and then JavaScript will be sent as a client UI technology. Is that okay, Ankit Tiwari? Transpilation will be done on the server only. Is it okay? Right, if you don't know JavaScript, can you start with Angular 8 directly without confusion? Absolutely, Saurav. Without any confusion, you can start with Angular 8 because I'm going to discuss TypeScript as the basic sessions. Is that okay? Absolutely, Saurav. Absolutely, Saurav. You can use Node.js also. Okay. But if you use Node.js, you can't make business logic that flexible when compared to Java, .NET, PHP, and Python. Your application is not that secure when compared to Java, .NET, PHP, and Python applications. Is that okay, Saurav? That's what I'm telling you. When you use a Java on a Tomcat server, you have more server-side capabilities, security, scalability, distributedness. All these things will be missing from Node.js server. Is that okay, Saurav? Transaction management, all these things are not possible with Node.js. Okay, so that is what is the power of Java with Tomcat server. That is the power of Java with Enterprise Glassfish server. Yes, see all the versions. See here, Ankit Tiwari. Every version of Angular is backward compatible. Okay, so Angular 8 supports 7, 6, 5, 4, 2. So it is same like Java. If you are using Java 11, Java 11 supports 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So same as the case with Angular also. It is fully backwards compatible, and I'm going to tell you which feature is introduced in which version of Angular. Is it okay, Ankit? Yeah, main stack is completely UI. Okay, full stack is UI server database. Is that okay, Saurav? See, main stack is all about MongoDB, okay, Express, AngularJS, and Node.js. Full stack developer is server side technology, okay, which includes UI, Java, Python, and databases. Okay, so using mean stack, you can develop web applications, but using full stack, you can develop enterprise applications. Absolutely. So web applications means you can take the basic websites like you have espnsports.com, okay, crickbus.com. These are web applications. If you take enterprise applications are something like you have Amazon, Flipkart. So these applications will be communicating with other servers like Citibank and all those things. Okay, so enterprise applications will be getting data from multiple servers. Okay, so scalability will be very high in enterprise applications. Is it okay, Saurav? Right, still any other doubts from? Yeah, just put a mail to me, Saurav. I'll give you the differences between web application and enterprise applications. Is it okay? Right? Yeah, yeah. I'll give you the difference between web and enterprises applications with some examples also. Okay? Right. Usually I'll discuss that in Java side technologies. Okay, Saurav? Just put a mail to me. Yeah, mail ID I have given you na srikan.sai.online. Uh, Now Node.js is not that okay good in the market. Only very few applications are available for Node.js. Okay, is that okay, Sutan? See, Node.js, see, in Node.js, it is not like that you have complete security. You have security in Node.js applications, but the security is less when compared to enterprise applications. Is that okay? Yeah, React.js is also one of the client-side scripting language. Is that okay, Saurav? Yes, there is no requirement for React.js if you are using Angular TypeScript. That's true. Okay, Saurav? Yeah, like see in the market, React.js is also getting asked more. Now, For the future, you will see Angular. It is going to rule the market. Okay. Angular is going to rule the market. You can see the difference in the next 6 months to 1 year. Absolutely, you can use Ajax, JSON, and XML. I'm going to show you that using HTTP client with observables and HTTP, connecting with databases also. Okay, using server-side technologies. So which type of applications can we develop using Node.js? Yeah, you can develop those applications which have less scope in the market. Like you have this entertainment websites, okay, TV channels websites, okay, uh, celebrities websites. These can be developed using Node.js. Is that okay? Bimal Dalai? Commercial websites, entertainments website, real estate websites, okay, hospital websites, university websites, okay, where there is less scalability, okay, those websites can be developed using uh, Node.js. And server side, I'm going to use Java and PHP. No, in railways banking website, we don't use Node.js. We use Java. We use Java there. Okay. Using Springs and Hibernate. Right. Still any other queries, guys? Swapna, do you have any queries? Yeah, thanks for that confirmation, Swapna. Java is highly recommended for server-side programming. So Java is highly recommended for server-side programming. Is that okay, Sutan? It is highly recommended. Yes, in demo session, we just cover only demos. Okay, right? Because demo session has to be understandable to everybody. Okay, so it's like abstract before developing a project. Demo session is like that. Is it okay, Ankit? No, jQuery is not required. Saro, jQuery is not required. Yeah, that's good that you're learning new technologies. So be updated with the new technologies. You'll have a good scope in the market. Right. So if you have any queries related to the fees, links, and all those things, just confirm with the DurgaSoft online team. Okay. Yeah. See, now if you learn Angular, no need to learn anything mean stack or something like that. Okay. Right. You can directly go for Angular. Is that okay, Sultan? Angular is more than enough. Yes, it's better that if you move to Hyderabad, high tech city. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay. You can move to high tech city, Bangalore and Pune. You can explore more things. Okay, Saurav. You can explore more things in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Pune. Absolutely. Right. Still any other queries, guys? From your side before we wind up the session for today? And tomorrow I'm going to start with TypeScript. Okay. Yeah, you can just put a mail to me. Okay. Saurav, I'll just send you the CVs for that. Okay. Right. I'll give you some sample CVs also. Absolutely. For experience as well as for freshers too. Just put mail to me, all of you. Right, Shivam, just put a mail to me. Right, so thank you all of you guys. Any queries related to fees payment, uh, any offers, you can talk to the DurgaSoft online team. Is that okay, all of you? Right, so we'll meet tomorrow again at 8 p.m. And tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start with TypeScript also. So thank you all of you. Good night for today. Have a nice day.